Hello ACCB 129 students. This video is to talk about your final project for this class. You do also have a final exam, but this is your final project. It's mini practice set number 2. Very similar to the practice set you've already completed. We just take and do special journals instead of journalizing everything. So first I want to start out today with, okay, what does this project entail? What are the due dates and all that good stuff, and then I want to spend a few minutes helping you get started on the project. There's also some check figures out here available, so when you're working on this project you will want to access these check figures and make sure you're on track as you go along. Project is set up much the same way as it was last time. There are 3 different due dates, including one this Friday. So let's get started with this. It's located on pages 481 to 485 in your textbook. Items 1 through 5 are due on Friday. The 6 through 11 are due next Wednesday. And then the final project is due Wednesday of finals week at midnight. You must have these submitted to me via Blackboard, mail, or fax. Please don't email them to me. Last time stuff got lost in the shuffle, so there are submission points out on Blackboard, so please submit it there. Something slightly different than what I've done in the past. I'm going to have some open lab times. So for instance, this Wednesday from 4 to 6:30, I'm going to be in Canyon room 124A during those times. Show up if you need help. I'm willing to help you one-on-one. Friday from 2 to 5, and then if you need me on Saturday, I would be more than happy to show up and meet with you on Saturday. I only live just a couple blocks from here, but again, if I don't hear from you and you don't email me, I probably won't, I will not be here. But if you email me, I'd be more than happy to come and show up. So, and then here's all the points possible. Okay, so now let's go and look and see what they have given you and what is available for you. So let me pull it up really quick. In your workbook, you have these items. We basically pull the entire 13 chapters together into one big gigantic homework problem. So I can't stress to you enough, starting on page 481, you just need to start with number 1. Don't try to skip around. Don't try to do more than what it says. Do them in order, and it'll walk you right through this project. So we have a sales journal, a purchases journal, cash receipts journal, cash payments journal, general journal, a couple pages of general journal, and then we have our ledgers, and we have quite a few ledgers. And if we keep going, we have some accounts receivable subsidiary ledgers, accounts payable subsidiary. And then it looks like we have some places, the worksheets. We have a worksheet to complete, and we have some places to do some financial statements. Okay, now let's go back to the beginning. Sales journal, any sales that are done on credit, not cash sales, credit sales. Purchases journal, any purchases made on credit. That's an important distinction. Cash receipts journal, anything that would be deposited into your bank account. And then a cash payments journal, anything that you would go out of your checking account. And then everything else, such as payroll and returns, either by customers or to your vendors, is going to go in the general journal. So you're probably going to have to spend quite a bit of time looking back through the old chapters to decide, okay, so how do I need to do this? So, number 1, I'm going to help you get started. It says open the general ledger accounts and enter the balances for October 1st, 2013. So we are doing October's financial statements, and we have all the balances as of September 30th. So on page 481, it starts listing all the accounts. That's just the beginning because the rest of them are on 482. So for instance, I'm going to do cash, and it has an account number of 101, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to do accounts receivable, and that is 1111. Okay, accounts receivable, and you just keep going and keep going and keep going. Now for the balances, if you'll turn to page 484, it has the balances. That should be October 1st. Balance. And it has a debit balance of $59,800. $59,000. And accounts receivable, it has a balance too. And you do that for all of the accounts listed. Now you're only going to have balance sheet accounts because that's all that would be left after closing. And this is the post-closing trial balance from the month before. Okay, then you're going to go over and you're going to open up your subsidiary ledgers. So after you complete all of those, do all of the accounts on 481 and 482, and then get the balances off of 484. Number 2, it says open the subsidiary ledgers. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to find my accounts receivable subsidiary ledgers, and the balances are located on page 485. So for instance, Jennifer Brown, and the date is 2013, October 1st. And it has a balance, and accounts receivable balance is going to be $795. And I'm going to do this for all of my accounts receivables, and I'm going to go ahead and do those for my accounts payables also. So once all of that is done, that will take you clear through numbers 1 and 2. As for number 3, you're going to analyze the transactions. So start looking down these transactions, and personally the easiest way for me to do this is to look down all the transactions and make a list of and make note of, okay, these transactions belong in the sales journal, these belong in the purchases journal, these are the cash receipts, belong in cash receipts, these belong in cash payments, and everything else goes in the general journal. I would do that before you ever start putting anything in any of the ledgers. Once that's done, go and follow through with steps 4 and 5. I'm here to help in any way possible, any way that I can. There are those open lab times. I'm available via email. This project is pretty extensive, so you might want to get started as soon as possible. And I wish you luck, and thanks for being great students and working hard.